Welcome back, everybody, to the genius of the Stone Temple Pilots. What you just heard was the intro to probably Stone Temple's most famous song of all time, Plush, off of 1994's Core album. And I just wanted to go through the chords. This is some pretty amazing stuff here. Stone Temple Pilots, they're better than most bands. As I'm sure you know, if you're watching this, you probably are a fan. You probably appreciate all the thought that goes into their music. For being a grunge / hard rock band of the 90s, they really are pushing the jazz envelope, okay? So let's take a look at these chords. For that intro, the first part, you have a G chord. I'm actually going to do this on piano so you guys can hear the tones more individual here. So we have a G chord, all right? The second chord played is a G diminished, which means that instead of G, B, D, we're going to do G, B flat, D flat. So we're bringing down two of those notes by a half step. And then from there, we're going to drop to an A minor 7 with no 5. So that means A, C, and G. And what's really cool about this is that diminished G chord acts as a bridge between the G and the A, which is one of the greatest uses of the diminished chord, especially the triad. So we're going to bring the current D flat of the diminished chord down to a C and the B flat down to an A, and then you get your inverted A minor 7. And then from there we drop down. We're going to get rid of the A and bring the C to a B, and we're going to get the G chord again. So G, G diminished, A minor 7, G. So there's a lot of voice leading, there's a lot of chromatic half-step movements, and that diminished chord brings so much opportunity to the table to make this an interesting progression. On the way back to the starting point, they do the G again, and then they do this kind of walking melody note. They're going to go from G to G and C, which I kind of see as like an inverted C chord, or you could just call it a G4 perfect interval. And then they throw in the tritone, okay? C sharp and or D flat with the G as the tritone, flat 5. And I kind of like to think of that as like a Lydian sharp 4 dyad, for lack of a better description. And then it goes right back into the G chord. All right, so we got the G chord, G diminished as the bridge, A minor 7, no 5, back home on the G, and then we do this ascending G, and then we have G4, G Lydian sharp 4, and then right back to the G chord. So that is one well thought out passage for the intro of Plush. Verse goes. So where you going for tomorrow when I feel the days are last to come? Alright, so there for the verse we have the chords G, which is the one chord, then we have a D / F sharp, so it's the 5 chord with the 3rd in the bass, and then we have F, just a good old F major. And then we have C. Alright, so let's just analyze that so far. We've got the 1 chord in G, the 5 in D, the F is being pulled from G mixolydian, because the mixolydian, the F, is an F, it's not an F sharp. And then the C is, of course, the 4 chord. And then we're going to do something really drastic. We're going to pull the E flat major from the parallel minor G minor. So I'm going to put that up on screen for you. G major is this, and then if you notice when I put up G minor, you'll notice that the F sharp is gone and we now have a B flat and an E flat. That E flat is your chord at the moment, the E flat major 7, and then it's back to the F, which is again pulled from the mixolydian. So really cool section, mixing diatonic major chords with mixolydian mode and parallel minor chords. So these guys are just taking from every basket they possibly can. Let's check out the pre-chorus next. All right, so for the pre-chorus, we're doing a 3-chord progression. We're starting on the 5-chord D. And then we're going to throw in a C add 2, which would be that. So the 5 in D, the 4 altered to a sus in, or D add 2, add 9, whatever you want to call it. Let's not be too pedantic here. But that would be your 4 chord, and then we're doing the G chord back to the C add 9. So, and I feel it, and she feels it. All right, now for the chorus, we're going to jump back to the parallel minor. We use the E flat in the verse, which is the 6th chord in G minor, which is the parallel of G major. So we're going to rock out this chorus using that E flat major to the F major 7 that we played earlier, and it's just going like this. Where you going for tomorrow? So that's just, you know, your borrowed 6th chord from G minor with your F chord, which is, it could be seen as borrowed from like the G Mixolydian. So just more borrowed chords. The rest of the song is just going to rehash all the parts that we've done up to this point, and I think that's going to cover it. This song, like so many Stone Temple Pilots songs, are just so well written. I'd like to thank you all for watching. If you're still here, please let me know you're still here by leaving a comment or a like, and I'll see you next time. Have a great day.